What up, YouTubers? Today we're going to be checking out the how to check the ball joints and replace the ball joints on the 97 Rav4. So here's where your ball joint is. It's right. It connects the control arm right here to the wheel. Now here's the ball joint, and I've got the wheel off already, as you can see. To check it, you just want to see, you can feel the grease in the boot. If that runs dry, they'll usually go bad, and this boot's pretty tore. This is an important thing to change when it's bad for sure, because I mean, this is what holds your wheel to the car, so if that fails, your wheel will fall off and it can be catastrophic failure, death. No one likes that. There's a couple 17mm bolts underneath right here. Go ahead and break those loose first. Get your breaker bar. Righty, tighty, lefty, loosey. There we go. There we go. Actually, let's loosen up this top one. There's a cotter pin through that top bolt. There we go. That nut right there, that big one on top, has a cotter pin through it. You want to take that out and loosen it up. Straighten that out. A little tap with your hammer. Get it out the other side. There we go. So you can see it was a little rusty, so sometimes they can get stuck in there. Spray some WD-40 on it before, it should come out easier. Well, this top nut right here, I don't think I can get a ratchet on it. It's hitting the CV boot, so I'm going to have to put a wrench on it. There we go. Now that that's loose, go ahead and finish up loosening these bottom ones. Bolts holding that lower ball joint on. Now if you run into a problem where the ball joint, the nut is just spinning with the rod, so what's happening is the whole joint is just spinning in there. Go ahead and get yourself your vice grips and clamp it as hard as you can right there in between the knuckle and the ball joint, and you should be able to get your wrench on there and loosen it up. Alright, so I got the control arm and the ball joint separated in this, and there was actually a third bolt coming up, this one from the bottom through like that, and it was another 17mm. So undid that one, and then just gave it a few taps with the hammer on these bolts underneath, these bolt heads. Boom, boom, boom. And it came right out. I'm going to try one more time to get this lower ball joint off. So I'm going to heat up the steering knuckle and just, or give this knuckle a few whacks with the hammer, see if it won't pop out. Give it a few good whacks right here with my big hammer. See if I can. Success. Now that the ball joint's out, I got it right here, and I'll show you how you can tell it's bad. I mean, this kind of gives it away. See this big, huge, gaping hole in the boot? And that's just going to let all your grease out and wear your joint out. I mean, it's still holding it. And look, I mean, it's still rocking around, but look how loose that is. New ball joint will be much tighter than this. It'll really tighten up the steering. Alright, so now we're going to put on the new ball joint. Went ahead and got a couple Duralast ball joints from AutoZone. I try and get these because they have lifetime warranty, so if I have a problem with it, I'll just take it off and replace it. So the new one comes with a new castle nut. Comes with all new bolts and nuts and cotter pin, and then it comes actually with a bolt-in, capped off for the grease, but it comes with a Zerk fitting that you can switch out with an 8mm, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, this will allow us to add some grease to it periodically. You want to do it probably every oil change is good. So it's got grease in there, and you can tell by feeling the boot. Actually, boot's not supposed to be all the way tight, but I'd like it a little tighter than this, so I'll go ahead and grease it after I get it all installed. So go ahead and put on your Zerk fitting. You're going to want to do the final adjustment of this once you get it on the car, so you can point the Zerk to where you want to access it easiest. Alright, so go ahead and take your new ball joint, put it in the lower control arm, put your back bolts in, put the two back nuts on, get your 17 ratchet, snug them down, do the final tighten after we get the ball joint seated. Okay, now go ahead and lift the control arm up, place it into the knuckle, put your castle nut on top. Alright, so go ahead and tighten this top bolt on the ball joint, the 19mm, as tight as you can, remembering to line up the grooves in the nut with the hole on the bolt for the cotter pin. Take a cotter pin, put it through the hole. You got the cotter pin through here, the hole. And you want to bend the top one back over the top of the nut. Then the last step, remember that this is Zerk fitting on the bottom, remember, for the grease. We want to adjust this. There you go. Alright, go ahead and put the wheels on. Tighten all the lugs down with your 21mm. Alright, now lower down your vehicle. Alright, now since on this vehicle it's got aluminum wheels, you're going to want to go ahead and torque these down to about 75-80 foot-pounds. Alright, now when you got all the wheels torqued down, you're ready to go. And that's it. Thanks for watching Johnny DIY. Remember, keep doing it yourself. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you could, please. Thanks for watching.